Hello everyone, welcome back to Gagan's virtual classroom. In a previous video, we discussed the four types of present tenses, and in this video, we will take up the four types of past tenses. So let's get started. Now we had already discussed what a tense is in a previous video, but we will quickly go through it once again. Now what is a tense? A tense is a method in which, by looking at the verb or the action word, we get to know at what time the action took place. For example, whether it took place in the past or in present, or will it take place in future. Also, we get to know if the action has been completed or is it still continuing. Now, tenses are mainly of three types: the present tense, the past tense, and future tense. Now, present tense refers to the actions that happen in the current moment or the actions that take place in routine, while the past tense refers to the actions that has taken place sometime before, like sometime in the past. And the future tense refers to the actions that will happen in the coming time in future. Now, these three types are further divided into four categories. The first is simple indefinite tense, second is the continuous tense, third is the perfect tense, and the last is the perfect continuous tense. Now, today we will do the four types of past tenses, which are simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. Now, the first type of past tense is the simple past tense, also called the past indefinite tense. In this, the verb indicates an action that took place before the present moment and that has no real connection with the present time. For example, if someone meets me in the market and asks me what I did 20 years back or how did I earn my living, I would say, I taught English. Now, the act of teaching has already been completed at some point in the past, and it has no connection with my present. Let's look at the second example. He enjoyed at the party. Now, in simple past tense, we use the second form of the verb. And how do we get the second form of the verb? By adding ed to the base verb. For example, when we add ed to walk, it becomes walked, which is the second form of the verb walk. Sometimes there are irregular verbs also which completely change. We do not have to add ed to these words. They change completely. For example, go becomes went in the second form. Unlike the simple present tense where we had to keep so many things in mind, simple past is very easy. We simply have to use the second form of the verb whether the subject is singular or plural, and also there is no exception in case of I and you. Now let's look at the first example. He loved to play. Now the subject he is singular and we have used the second form of the verb love. Ram taught here. Priya walked to school. Now, in all of these examples, the subject was singular. Now, in the second case where the subject is plural, we love to play. Now, here also when the subject was plural, we use the second form of the verb. They taught here. Children walked to school. Now, even in case of I and you, I love to play. Now, we have used the second form of the verb love. You taught here. All of you walked to school. Now, just look at the third sentence here. Priya walked to school. Now, in case of walked, we have added ed to the verb and made it the second form of the verb. However, in certain cases, for example, in love, we simply add d because these words, when they end with e, we only have to add d to the verb and it becomes second form of the verb. Now, in case of irregular verbs, we do not add d or ed to them, but they change completely in their second form. Now, look at the example. Here, the teach has become taught. So, this is an irregular verb. Now, the second type of past tense is the past continuous tense. In this, the verb indicates an action that was in continuation at some point of time in the past. For example, I was teaching at this time yesterday. Now, in the past, the act of teaching was continuing. Now, past continuous tense also indicates an action in the past that is longer in duration than another action in the past. For example, Mrs. Gill entered the room while they were watching movie. Now, in this, there are two actions taking place in this sentence. One is that Mrs. Gill entered the rooms, and the second is they were watching movie. Now, the act of entering and watching are the two actions, and both these actions took place in the past. But one is longer in duration than the other, which is watching the movie. Like they were still watching the movie when Mrs. Gill entered. So that is why we have used the past continuous tense in they were watching movie. Now in past continuous tense, we use the helping verb was or verb plus we add ing to the base verb. Let's look at the table. When the subject is singular, we use were, and when the subject is plural, we use were. For example, the baby was crying. Now the subject, the baby, is singular. That is why we have used was, and we have added ing to the verb cry, and it has become crying. The baby was crying. Similarly, I was reading. Now here, in case of I, there is no exception. I also follows the rule that it is a singular subject. That is why we use was with it. Sumit was eating cake. Sumit again is a singular subject. That is why we have used was. Now in case of plural subjects, the babies were crying. The babies are plural. That is why we have used were. And again we have added ing to the verb cry. We were reading. Sumit and Sahil were eating cake. Now there is exception in case of you. Whether you is the singular subject or plural, we will always use were with it. For example, you were crying. All of you were eating cake. Now the third type of past tense is the past perfect tense. In this, the verb indicates an action in the past that had been completed before another time or event in the past. For example, I had taught my students before the period got over. Now in this sentence, there are two actions which has taken place, and both these actions took place in the past. But one action got over before another action. The two actions here are I had taught my students and the period got over. Now the act of teaching the students had got over completely before the second action of period getting over. Now look at the second example. The baby had slept before its mother came. Again, there are two actions. One is the baby had slept. Second is the mother came. Now, the act of the baby sleeping completely got over before the act of mother coming home. Now, in past perfect tense, we use had before the third form of the verb. The third form of the verb is also called past participle. Now again, unlike in present perfect tense where we had to learn different rules for singular and plural subjects, here in past perfect tense the rule is the same. Whether the subject is singular or plural, we use had. Also, there is no exception in case of I and you. For example, Ram had eaten his food when I entered the room. Now the subject here is Ram, which is singular, and we have used had. She had cooked the meal. The brothers had eaten their food. The subject here is the brothers and the subject is plural, but we have again used had. They had cooked the meal. I had eaten my food. You had cooked the meal. Again, the pronouns I and you, with these two pronouns also we have used had. Now the fourth type of past tense is the past perfect continuous tense. In this, the verb indicates an action in the past that took place before another time or event in the past and continued during the second event or time in the past. Now the past perfect continuous tense takes the qualities of both the past perfect tense and past continuous tense. Now in this also there are two actions taking place, and both these actions take place in the past. But one action not only starts before the second action but also continues during the second action or the time mentioned in the sentence. For example, let's look at the sentence. At that time, the boy had been sleeping for an hour. Now we have a time mentioned and we have an action of sleeping. Now the act of sleeping started before that time and it also continued during that time. Look at another example. They had been living there since 1992 when you visited them. Now here we have two actions. One is they had been living there. Second is you visited them. Now the act of their living there started before your visit and it also continued, the act of living also continued during your visit. So this is an example of past perfect continuous tense. Now in past perfect continuous tense, we use had been before the base verb and we add ing to the verb. Let's look at the table. Now here also, whether the subject is singular or plural, we use had been and there is no exception in case of I and you. It had been raining since morning when I called. She had been studying for 2 hours. Now here also the subject is singular, she, and we have used had been. Plus we have added ing to the verb study. Look at this sentence. We had been waiting for 3 years. Now the subject we is plural and we have used had been with it and we have added ing to the verb wait. Boys had been playing since afternoon. Now let's look at the cases of I and you. I had been reading this book since 4 o'clock. You had been playing for an hour now. Now in both these sentences, the subject is here, the subject is I. In this sentence, the subject is you, but we have still used had been. Now we'll do the practice exercise to see if we have actually understood the 4 types of past tenses. Choose the correct verb from the given options. Now look at the first sentence. I dashed the letter before you arrived. Now in this sentence, there are 2 actions taking place. One is of writing the letter and the second is of arriving. Now in this, the first action of writing the letter had completely finished before the second action of arriving. So that means it is an example of past perfect tense. So that is why we will use had written. So we will write, I had written the letter before you arrived. Now look at the second sentence. Priya dashed sleeping when I called her. Again in this sentence, there are 2 actions taking place. One is of Priya sleeping and second is me calling her. Now in this, the act of sleeping not only started before the second act of me calling her, but it also continued during the second action. So that means it is an example of past perfect continuous tense. So that is why we will use the option had been. And also let me remind you that has been and have been are used in present perfect continuous tense. But here we are talking about the past tense. So we will write Priya had been sleeping when I called her. Now let's look at the third sentence. My sons dashed the film yesterday. Now we know that the action happened yesterday, which is in past tense. So that is why we will cross C, because C is the first form of the verb. And out of these 2, we will not pick seen because seen is the third form of the verb and is always used with has, have or had. But these are missing in this sentence. We don't have has, have or had here. So that means we will not use seen. and we will use the second form of the verb, which is saw. And we will write, my son saw the film yesterday. So this is an example of simple past tense. Now let's look at the fourth sentence. She dash praying an hour ago. Now this is an example of past continuous tense because we have ing added to the verb pray. So we will use was here because is used in the present tense, but here we know that the action took place an hour ago. So it happened sometime in the past. So we will write, she was praying an hour ago. Now let's look at the answers. I had written the letter before you arrived. Priya had been sleeping when I called her. My son saw the film yesterday. She was praying an hour ago. I hope you understood the 4 types of past tenses. To understand the future tenses also, do watch my next video. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you keep getting the notifications. Thank you.